everyone, I hope you're having a lovely week so far. The sun is shining in Somerset today and I am going to make a crumble recipe. So I picked up some amazing Yorkshire rhubarb at the greengrocers. Look at that beautiful pink colour. And I saw a recipe for a apple, rhubarb and blood orange crumble on Carol Bamford's Instagram, and I thought that would just be the most delicious crumble, and crumble is my favourite dessert, so I've got everything for the recipe and I thought we could make it together. We measured them all out just so it's quicker for you guys to watch it. I've got the crumble topping here, it's the oats, the brown sugar, plain flour, and these are pistachios, which I think is a lovely addition for a crumble topping. And then the fruit will be the apples, which I will let defrost, the rhubarb, and then the blood oranges. These are blood oranges, I promise. Got a little bit of pinky flesh there. Switch it on. I think now we have the perfect texture for the crumble topping. So this is the crumble dish I'm going to use. We've had this for so long. It's Emma Bridgewater. It's the Toast and Marmalade collection, which I'm sure many of you recognise. It's very sentimental to us because we've had it for so long, and I remember when I was a child having apple crumble in this. It says baked apples and apple charlotte on the outside. It's just so sweet, so I'm going to dish it up in that. It looks so delicious. I love that it still has that pinky colour on the top. it's the next day and it's actually raining, which is such a shame. But I am in the greenhouse with my herbal tea, and I'm going to start sowing some seeds for February, just get ahead before spring comes around. And I thought we could sow them together this afternoon. I brought out the hyacinths from the cottage just for a little bit of joy amongst all the soil and the bulbs. Not much colour in here, but that brings some joy. Firstly, I'm going to be sowing some nigella. These you can actually sow all the way through to April, May time, but I always think they benefit from a colder start, so I tend to do it before springtime, just to give them a chilly start for germination. And then I'm also going to sow my larkspur today. So this is more of a lilac colour, and this is just checking you can see me, a pink colour, petite mix. That looks really lovely, that one. I just picked these up from the nursery, and these are from Zoe Woodward Gardening. I get a lot of my seeds from Zoe. I would recommend having a look at her website. She does a lovely variety of sweet peas too. Now I always keep a bowl or a cup just to empty my seeds into, because they're quite small, these ones. As you can see in there, they're almost like a chia seed. They're so small. Let me check I've got them all out. Now you can sow into modules, and I used to, and it takes me so long to sow these little seeds by modules. And modules is when this would be divided into squares, and then you'd sow each seed per module. But I found it very time consuming to be sowing all of these different seeds like that, and I found that these seed trays just work for me. And then not all seeds like this, but I've had more luck, I guess, than judgment, that I just transplant the little seedling into a bigger pot when these seeds have grown, and then I will leave them in the cold frame to grow on, and then they'll eventually be potted out. And that always works better for me rather than sowing each seed. It's just quicker. But if you want to do that, that's fine, because it will save you the potting on process. So just do what works best for you. I'm just going to scatter these seeds in the tray. Then I'll just take a plant tag and put larkspur, spur, petite mix. And I'm just going to pop that in. I'm just finishing up on my nigella seeds. I can see Mum cutting back over there. We kind of divide the roles in the garden, so Mum will do the cutting back, the pruning, the weeding, which I also do, but I take more control on the seed sowing and the planting out and greenhouse duties, which is fun, because we both know what our tasks are.